Welcome to To Be Continued. We're your host. I'm Christian.
I'm Caleb.
And I'm Riley.
And it's Super Bowl week. Riley's Eagles have made it for the second time in 3 years.
I think I predicted that, by the way.
Congratulations. Yeah, you and Ezra both.
Predicted Eagles Chiefs.
Yep. It's a shocker that it happened.
Kind of figured.
I'm shocked.
Kind of figured.
It's sad to say that my Commanders lost. It hurts. No pun intended. But
That's all right. They're going to get Myles Garrett soon. So
praying. It's a prayer. I really don't want Cooper Kupp. Caleb, I need to break news to you, buddy. I know it hurts. He's not good anymore.
I mean,
he's not good.
That's objectively false.
He's not good anymore.
Well, when the Rams needed a catch in the cold, it wasn't Cooper Kupp dropping the ball.
I'll bet you $30 he doesn't have 1,000 yards next season.
That doesn't mean he's not good.
I'll bet you $30 he won't have even 50 catches next year.
Whoa.
That's blasphemous.
Who's throwing in the ball? Where's he going? Dallas? Go ahead. Let him go to Dallas, please.
I think he's going to Dallas.
What's going to happen is Les Snead's going to realize no one's trading for this dude, and then he's going to realize that Kupp wants to be a Ram.
If he stays in LA, I can see because Stafford will give him the ball.
And then Kupp is going to be like, look, what's the number I need to take? I want to retire a Ram. That's what should happen.
So, do you think if you guys trade Kupp, that makes Stafford want to leave?
Well, my question would be, where's Stafford going to go? Like, who
Giants?
Realistically would go get Matthew Stafford?
Possibly. Giants.
To put him behind that offensive line?
Yeah. There's not
Just,
a lot of team.
There's not a better situation for Stafford.
Just a by the way, Cooper Kupp hasn't had less than 50 receptions other than 2018. Mm-hmm. He has had 70 or more every season.
And this year he missed like 8 weeks and still had.
But I said that saying he won't have Stafford next year.
Actually, the last 3 seasons he's played 12 games or less and still.
Because let me ask you
60.
this: can you name the last receiver that left Stafford and improved?
He needs to be with
Golden
like
Tate.
Golden Tate didn't improve after he left.
I think he had a really good season on the Eagles.
No, he didn't. He even said he didn't.
I think
he needs
did.
to be with a quarterback that can like
know a defense,
and can like
anticipate.
Not just like to me like guys like I don't want to like throw shade on like I feel like a dude like Lamar, right? Like he'll hit you when you're open, but he's not going to throw you open like a guy like Stafford will. And there aren't many that are playing now that still do that. Your boy Jaden Daniels did it to what's his name in that one playoff game. He didn't even know he caught the ball until it was just like in his
hands.
Dude, I still don't know how that. Could you try catching the ball without your eyes? Like,
it was a good throw.
Yeah. Anyway, though,
all right.
I'm gonna miss him. Les Snead, renegotiate. Stop being a tool.
All right. Well, let's get to our Super Bowl predictions. I'll set the stage. So we have Eagles Chiefs. Chiefs are 16-1. Eagles 14-3. But let's really diverge into these numbers because even though the record says Chiefs are better, the Eagles are better everywhere. And I mean, except quarterback. I mean, defensive-wise, Chiefs are the number 8 ranked rush defense, but in the playoffs, they're giving up 150 yards per game. The Eagles, on offense, let's see, they were the second ranked rush offense in the league, right? They're getting 230 yards per game. The Chiefs don't have the answers for that because if you're letting the Bills and you're letting the Texans run on you, they ain't seen a Saquon.
But also think about the Bills. You're not coming into that game planning for a run game. You're coming into the Bills game planning for Josh Allen, who is...
That was past year. This Bills team this year, though, was a real heavy run team.
and then they didn't do it.
I also think it's...
They did do it in that game.
Not enough.
They ran 150 yards.
I also think it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to say that because the Commanders came into the game planning for Saquon and Hurts to run the ball, and they did for the touchdowns. But Hurts had 200 plus passing yards, 240-ish, somewhere in there.
That was Hurts, but if you really look at it, that was Hurts' first good playoff game since the Super Bowl.
I know. I'm just saying. If you game plan for Saquon and Hurts to run the ball, they will, and they will also successfully throw the ball.
Because I will also say this: the thing that the Chiefs have, if they can, they're not going into this game saying we have to stop Saquon because let's be honest, it's impossible to stop him. They're going in. Let's slow him down. So if they can
not give up 70-yard runs.
If they can hold him to 120 yards, they're probably fine with that. Because Hurts looked great in the conference championship game. He will not have those open looks come against the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a much more better coached defense. Their pass rush is much better than the Commanders.
Oh.
And their players play disciplined.
Have you seen that the last 3 games that Devontae Smith has played against, what's the defensive coordinator?
Spagnuolo?
Yeah, Spagnuolo. He has had 115 or more yards in every game. And the last one, he had 200 yards. So Devontae Smith hasn't been covered by Spagnuolo's defense yet.
I mean, that's true, but if Hurts... So the thing that hurts the... Okay, I got to stop saying Hurts so much because it hurts his last name. But the thing that hurts is he has a tendency to hold the ball.
That's true.
And the Chiefs can, unlike the Commanders, the Chiefs are very good at playing disciplined run lanes. Like, let's be honest. Who was the last quarterback you saw dominate them in a run game? Josh Allen doesn't do it typically. He did it in the regular season, but he never does it in the playoffs. Lamar never gets them. Joe Burrow's not a runner. I mean, who gets them?
There's not really many mobile quarterbacks that are notable enough in the AFC.
All the notable quarterbacks in the AFC.
There's 4.
All of them are over. Can you? Okay, what?
I would put Josh Allen and Lamar both ahead of Jalen Hurts in terms of talent, not in terms of success. In terms of talent.
So when I say, because I told this
as a runner,
I told him this. Hurts is don't get me wrong, he's a good quarterback. Where he gets into problems in these arguments where people start talking quarterbacks, he's not top 5. Like Hurts, he has. Let's be honest, he has the best roster around him out of any quarterback in the last 20 years. Like, to me, I think I can't even name an offense that has more talent around it than he has right now. Number 1 offense, number 1 receiver duo, number 1, arguably a top 5 tight end, the best offensive line in football, the number 1 defense, the worst kicker in football. I mean, what do you have going for? I mean, he has no weaknesses.
It's true.
Outside of the kicker.
That's true. And honestly,
and the tush push.
The tush push
for one more game.
Shh.
I don't know. I don't think it gets banned. I don't disagree with you. I don't think he's top 5. I think that there's 5 quarterbacks who are, stand out and carry their team.
So let me ask you this. Where does Hurts rank in the NFC?
Hurts ranking in the NFC?
Top 5.
He's top
5.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying out of the quarterbacks. Where's he ranked?
Top 5. I mean...
minus top. Like, would you put him 1?
No.
Who's number 1?
Quarterbacks I would rather have. Matthew Stafford.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say Jaden Daniels, but
I was gonna, yeah.
But I kind of want to say Jaden Daniels.
Yes, you do.
And then honestly, it's probably Hurts.
It's Hurts.
Baker Mayfield.
I wouldn't rather have.
I don't know. The only reason I wouldn't take Baker Mayfield over Hurts is he doesn't have the run game, or he doesn't have the run ability.
The thing that Jaden and Stafford and Hurts all have is whenever it gets into a clutch moment, you never really see him tense up.
It's true.
Baker, sometimes the moment just looks a little too big for him. Like, I remember in that divisional game against the Lions last year, I was like, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah, that's true.
And then, I mean, we can go through these offenses. I mean, the difference in this Super Bowl this time than what we had in 57, Mahomes was coming off an MVP season, and he had a better talent around him then than he does now.
It's true.
The defense also had more talent back then. I mean, remember they had it was McDuffie's rookie year, but who's the corner I'm thinking of? They traded to
the Titans.
Titans,
and yeah, where he went to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't been notable since. His last name's funny. I know it because one of my coaches.
He was like the number 1 corner in the league at the time.
Yeah. He got paid. L'Jarius Sneed.
Yeah.
Same sense.
So they had 2 good corners. Now they only have 1, but their defense it's viable.
Yep.
But I just don't see them being able to slow down Saquon. Like, their defensive line's good. It's not great. But I will say the Eagles better get a different game plan than what they are going against than they had against the Commanders, because the Chiefs will not fumble. And the Eagles, it's going to be an interesting matchup because in the last, I want to say 7 playoff games for the Chiefs, they've had 1 turnover. The Eagles in the last 3 playoff games, this entire playoffs, they've had 10 takeaways.
Are they all fumbles?
No.
All of them against the Rams and
No, they had 2 against.
They had 2 against.
They had 2 against the Rams, 4 against the Commanders, 4 against the Packers.
Yep.
The
4 against the Commanders were 3 fumbles, correct?
Yes.
So there's the difference.
Yeah, they force fumbles.
I don't know.
I hate to say it. I don't think this Super Bowl is going to be necessarily close, and I really don't think it's going to be a fun game.
Buddy, I told you I got the script.
I think the Eagles are going to win pretty convincingly.
I don't know.
Unless Hurts goes
When's the last
stinker.
blowout Super Bowl?
When's the last time Mahomes has ever been blown out?
Super Bowl 55?
That's because he was on his back the whole time.
He'll be on his back a lot this game.
I don't know.
They don't have an answer for Jalen.
Every time every time his back touches the ground, a yellow flag's coming out, right?
But the good thing about that, like, The thing, Jalen Carter is a stud, but he's going to go against probably their best 2 linemen.
So this is okay. Let me.
He does it every game.
But what I'm saying is like
I worded what I said.
The Eagles. It's not like the Eagles are attacking you on the sides, which is where Smith is good.
Yes,
Graham might play.
No, Smith is good. Smith has had a breakout year.
Smith's good, but he's not.
If Graham comes back, Smith and Graham interchangeably in there are going to be good.
Smith is good, but he's not like Shaq Barrett that year.
Right.
He was just
right.
He's
not Hassan Reddick Super Bowl year.
I worded what I wanted to say wrongly. I'm sorry. It has the writings of being a convincing win for the Eagles. It's not going to be.
Yeah.
Like I could see the Eagles pulling away at the last second, but I don't see. I will say this: it's either going to go 2 ways. Eagles are only going to win this game if they can win by 10 points or plus. Because if it comes down to a 5-point or less game, the Eagles don't win those games. Look at all the games they lost this season. They all came what? Close. You had
a lot of their wins came close.
What? Name one.
The Browns. They beat the Browns by like 5 points.
Browns suck, dude.
They beat the Jaguars by like 6 points.
Jaguars suck. Dude.
You literally. No, you literally just said when it comes down to it, the Eagles don't win games where they're only winning by 5 points. And I'm telling you,
I'm saying good teams. Good teams. I'm
there
sorry.
you go. You missed that part. I'm telling you that the Eagles won multiple games by 5 points.
Not named the Browns or Jaguars. What game did they win close versus good teams?
I don't know because I didn't watch football until the end of the season.
Spoiler alert.
I don't think they played any good teams this season. Rams. That's the only good team they played.
Season.
I'm just saying that's the only good team they played this season.
I mean, let's look at the schedule, shall we?
I mean, Commanders.
Packers week 1's the only one I can think of.
And even then, that wasn't once Jordan Love got hurt, it was over.
Because they lost to Kirk Cousins. And the other thing, here's the other stat I don't know if you guys know. No team who lost to Kirk Cousins in the regular season has ever won a Super Bowl.
It's a ridiculous stat.
It is.
Let's see. No, they beat the Saints.
So if they lose the Super Bowl, it's the Kirk Cousins curse.
It is. Or they could break the curse.
They beat the. You know what? They beat the Ravens by 5. But that was. And outside of that, really didn't have close games.
So
Yeah, after that Ravens game, they really just picked up steam.
their defense got a lot better.
Yeah.
Started playing.
But
Got a lot
the
more
2 games I'm
tightly
thinking of, so they lost 3 games, right? 2 of the 3 games, they had a chance to put the game away late, and they both lost because of drops. You had the drop versus the Falcons to Saquon, and then you had the drop by Devontae Smith.
Shout out Mark Andrews, by the way. He recreated that.
Yeah, he did. All Hurts has to do is not screw up.
Yeah. And so far, he's done a really good job with that.
So that's why, with my score prediction for this game, I'm going to be taking the Eagles to win this game 21-17.
Okay. All of that to say Chiefs 100-0.
Okay. Look. Chiefs got the GOAT. They got Mahomes. Riley knows my fondness for Mahomes.
Fondleness.
I am worried because the Eagles have a legit defensive line, and the Chiefs' offensive line is not good. But I do think the strength of the Chiefs' offensive line is the same place as the strength of the Eagles' defensive line on the interior. So I'm interested in that. I'm also interested in that I think the Eagles, by and large, have a much better team. But when you look at top end, the Chiefs probably have a better tight end. They definitely have a better quarterback.
Yes, and the better coach.
They've got a better coach.
And the better defense tackle.
The defensive tackle, I really think that their best I think Chris Jones is still a little bit better than Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter's coming for it, but I think Chris Jones is still a little bit better at this point.
And the better kicker.
I'd say I'd take Bolton probably over.
Zach Bond is having a defensive player that he has better stats than Luke Kuechly had.
I know, but I'm telling you, for what needs to happen in this game, I think Bolton is huge. I think McDuffie is the best corner that the Eagles have seen in the playoffs thus far.
Marshawn Lattimore
sucks.
No, sucks. French toast. He'll be better next season when he has a full off season and his hamstring.
Nah, he's toast. He's done. His career's over.
Let me have my
once you're a corner and once you've been exposed as not good anymore.
They need to move.
You're never good again.
They need to move Lattimore to safety. He's not quick enough to be a corner anymore.
So all that to say, I think the Eagles definitely have the better team. Eagles should win, just on paper. But I'm not betting against Mahomes. I think they're going to do enough to not let Saquon be the reason they lose. I'm not saying they're not going to shut down Saquon. Nobody's going to do it. But he will not be the reason they lose. It would have to be Jalen Hurts stepping up. I don't think he does it. I'm picking the Chiefs. I'm going to say 28-24.
I could see it.
Eagles up 24-21. They're partying on the sideline, and Nick Sirianni's getting Gatorade on him, and next thing you know, Mahomes turns around and just chucks it 70.
See, but on top
some reason, a wide open Travis Kelce, because that's how it always works.
See, but I will say the Eagles are the best team in the league about wearing clock down. They wear the most clock down in the fourth quarter at any team. So if it comes down to it, and they need to, they'll wear down the clock.
That's the thing I also want to bring up. Chiefs are not a great time of possession team.
They've gotten lucky.
They have not won time possession all playoffs.
Getting rid of all the flag things and how I say it's rigged. Their time of possession has been luck every time.
But I will say this, though.
They
didn't have great luck against the Bills. The Bills fumbled 4 times and recovered 4 fumbles.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like when it comes all season, when they get the ball back with a minute left, the other team had terrible time possession.
I'm not saying you've done it, but I hate reading these Eagles fans on Twitter or Instagram. They'll go, "Oh, Hurts carried a team back in 2022." What? That 2022 Eagles team was loaded. Not as much as this one, but it was loaded.
I don't really say.
People forget how good 2022.
Eagles had the best roster in the NFC for like 3 or 4 years.
Yes.
I don't think
them and the Niners.
I don't think I've ever said that Hurts carried the team because
not you. I said
I'm just saying I don't think even as of right now I don't think he carries the team.
I just think the city of Philadelphia is hilarious because they all go straight from Jalen Hurts sucks
to he's the best
to he's top 5. Like can't you just say like he's a good quarterback? He's
okay,
I will
say.
Why does it got to go from he sucks to he's top 5?
Listen, I will say I threatened Nick Sirianni week 4, and towards the end of the season I've started to think maybe he's actually a good coach, but now I got to remember he is horrendous.
So what did the Eagles do to fix this? So remember they were 2-2. They were losing games.
Bye week.
But what they changed after the bye week?
Kobe Dean.
Brought in Cooper DeJean.
Before the bye week, they were throwing the ball 30-plus times every game. Since the bye week, they've only done it once.
Well, that too, but also Cooper DeJean didn't play until after the bye week. And after Cooper DeJean came in, they switched to more of a nickel defense.
And what I will say, so when you said the 3-11, number 1 defense versus the teams, right? The quarterback's usually 3-11 versus number 1 defense. The thing that's different about the Super Bowl is most of the times when you have those type of games, the other team on the other side doesn't have a good defense. Like the Eagles are number 1, but the Chiefs are number 4.
Right.
So you have 2 incredibly good defenses that are both incredibly coached.
That's true. It just, I don't know, it makes me wonder when you bring up the defensive stat, and this is for the Eagles too. I've never really, rode that train. But when it comes down to it, like the Eagles took down the number 1 defense at the time, the Ravens. The Eagles took down, they've taken down top defenses so far.
So if the Chiefs are going to win this game, they got to win this game 3 ways. 1, keep the Eagles in 3rd and long.
Yep.
2, stop them in the red zone. 3, find a way to get pressure on Hurts.
Yep.
Or okay, let me actually rephrase that. Make Hurts go off his first read. Hurts is a 1-read quarterback. Whenever he has to take his eyes off the first read, he always holds the ball for too long. That has been Hurts' motto since he came into the league. He doesn't know how to read defenses. He's the worst quarterback in football against zone. And people still play just man against them. I don't know why.
I don't know how you could really play zone though. There's too many options. What you do, how they end up beating it is they run Goddard on a post, AJ Brown on a slant, and then Devontae Smith runs a streak, and the zones get mixed up.
Not if you run coverage.
And if you got none of that, Saquon's open.
Yeah, he just might not catch the ball.
He's done it.
Falcons.
He's done it since he lost the game.
So can I have a realistic score prediction from you? Not Chiefs 100-0.
I just said it. Chiefs 100-0.
Come on. Give us something good.
I just did. Chiefs 100-0. That's what's going to happen. The Chiefs are going to win 100-0.
All right, we're going to say he actually thinks the Eagles are going to win, let's say 27-17.
Dude, I don't think the Eagles are even going to score at all.
Oh my lord.
Yep, that's going to be his official score.
All right, 100-0.
Dude, the only chance they get, Jake Elliott, 5-yard field goal, and he misses it. Shanks it left.
All right, now, real fast, there's a Super Bowl predictions. Hope everyone enjoys the Super Bowl. Real fast, before we get out of here, reactions to the Luka trade.
Dude, why just the Luka trade? Trade
Nobody
deadline.
cares about De'Aaron Fox.
Dude, not just De'Aaron Fox. Jonas Valanciunas is now also on the Kings.
Okay.
Dude, we're talking the Kings are stacking a team up here.
Good move, Lakers.
Good moves, like. Yep. All right. Anyway, please like this video, comment, give us what your Super Bowl predictions are. We'd love to know them. Enjoy Super Bowl Sunday. Of course, as always, let's go Chiefs. We hate birds. We hate the Eagles. We hate everything.
Go Chiefs.
Let's go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
Mahomes.
Go Taylor.
You're my only hope. Anyway, until next time.
To be continued.